Opium Bird. Opium Bird is an internet meme and horror-style character rather than a real creature. It became popular through short videos and edited images showing a strange bird-like figure accompanied by surreal or unsettling audio. The joke is usually that seeing the bird somehow causes a person to become detached from reality or enter a dreamlike state. The character has no basis in biology, folklore, or documented mythology. Its appeal comes from internet horror culture, where ordinary images are edited to feel uncanny or threatening. Like many modern memes, the exact origin is difficult to trace because different creators contributed variations over time. The popularity of Opium Bird reflects a broader trend in online culture, sometimes called analog horror or surreal horror, where creators use low-quality visuals, strange narratives, and unexplained events to create discomfort rather than traditional jump scares. Egypt and the Grand Canyon. The Egypt and the Grand Canyon story is a conspiracy theory claiming that ancient Egyptian artifacts, temples, or even lost civilizations were discovered inside the Grand Canyon and then hidden from the public. The theory is usually linked to a newspaper article published in the early 20th century that described an alleged archaeological expedition. According to the story, explorers found caves containing mummies, statues, and inscriptions resembling those of ancient Egypt. However, no verified archaeological evidence supports these claims. Historians and archaeologists have never confirmed the discoveries, and no artifacts matching the descriptions have been produced. Many researchers believe the original article was either exaggerated, fictionalized, or based on misinformation. While some landmarks in the Grand Canyon have names inspired by Egyptian mythology, such as places named after Egyptian gods, those names were chosen by mapmakers and do not indicate an ancient Egyptian presence in North America. Megalodon still alive. The megalodon was a gigantic prehistoric shark that lived millions of years ago. Scientific evidence indicates that it became extinct roughly 3 million years ago. Fossils show that it was one of the largest predators ever to exist, reaching lengths far greater than most modern sharks. The idea that megalodons still survive in the deep ocean remains a popular conspiracy theory. Supporters often argue that much of the ocean is unexplored, making it possible for enormous creatures to remain hidden. Stories about unusually large shark sightings are sometimes cited as evidence. Scientists reject this idea for several reasons. A predator of that size would require enormous amounts of food and would likely leave clear evidence of its existence. Modern marine research, fishing operations, satellite tracking, and underwater exploration have found no credible evidence of living megalodons. The scientific consensus is that the species is extinct. Ninjin. The ninjin is a creature from modern Japanese folklore and internet legend. It is typically described as a massive white humanoid being living in the icy waters near Antarctica. Witnesses in stories often describe a pale body, human-like limbs, and an appearance that is difficult to identify clearly in the darkness. The legend became widely known through online forums and paranormal communities. Many supposed sightings involve blurry photographs, distant objects, or second-hand accounts. The creature's name comes from the Japanese word for human. Skeptics suggest that alleged sightings can often be explained by whales, ice formations, floating debris, unusual lighting conditions, or misidentification of known marine animals. Despite its popularity in cryptid culture, there is no verified evidence that the ninjin exists. Birds aren't real. Birds aren't real began as a satirical movement created by internet personality Peter McIndoe. The joke claims that birds are actually surveillance drones created by the government to monitor citizens. The movement intentionally imitates the style of conspiracy theories. Supporters jokingly argue that real birds were replaced by robotic replicas decades ago, and that bird behavior is evidence of surveillance activity. The absurdity is intentional and forms the basis of the humor. Although some people initially mistook it for a genuine conspiracy theory, the movement openly identifies itself as satire. It is often used to parody misinformation and demonstrate how conspiracy theories can spread through repetition, selective evidence, and online communities. The Backrooms. The Backrooms originated from an internet post showing a photograph of empty yellow office-like rooms lit by fluorescent lights. Users began imagining a fictional dimension that people could accidentally enter by glitching out of reality. In backroom stories, a person finds themselves trapped in an endless maze of nearly identical rooms. The setting is unsettling because it feels familiar yet completely wrong. The monotony, isolation, and uncertainty create psychological horror rather than traditional monster-based fear. Over time, the concept expanded into a large, collaborative fictional universe. Fans created hundreds of levels, entities, stories, and rules. Although the Backrooms began as a simple internet image, it evolved into one of the most influential pieces of online horror fiction. Missing people in national parks. The theory surrounding missing people in national parks suggests that unusual numbers of disappearances occur under mysterious circumstances. Much of the discussion became popular through books and documentaries, claiming that many cases cannot be explained by ordinary causes. National parks cover vast wilderness areas that include mountains, forests, deserts, rivers, and dangerous terrain. Every year, millions of people visit these locations. Search and rescue operations sometimes fail because weather, geography, wildlife, injury, and limited visibility can make finding missing individuals extremely difficult. While some disappearances remain unsolved, investigators generally attribute most cases to natural explanations such as accidents, exposure, medical emergencies, getting lost, or environmental hazards. There is no accepted evidence linking the cases to supernatural forces, hidden creatures, or organized conspiracies. Dead Internet Theory. The dead internet theory argues that much of the internet is no longer driven by real human activity, but instead by automated systems, bots, algorithms, and artificial intelligence. According to the theory, authentic human interaction has been largely replaced by artificial content. Supporters point to increasing amounts of spam, automated social media accounts, algorithmically generated material, and AI-created text and images. They argue that genuine online communities have become harder to find amid the growing volume of machine-generated content. Most versions of the theory are exaggerated. However, the concerns behind it are partly grounded in reality. Bots, recommendation algorithms, and AI systems play a larger role online than they did in previous decades. The internet is not dead, but the balance between human-created and automated content has changed significantly. The 2016 clown sightings. During the year 2016, reports of people dressed as creepy clowns appeared across the United States and several other countries. Many incidents involved individuals standing near roads, forests, schools, or public places while wearing clown costumes. Photos and videos spread rapidly through social media, causing widespread concern and leading to copycat behavior. Some reports involved harmless pranks, while others included threats or suspicious conduct. Law enforcement agencies investigated many of the claims. No single organization or coordinated plot was ever discovered. Instead, researchers generally view the phenomenon as a form of mass social contagion. News coverage and social media amplified public attention, encouraging more people to participate or report sightings. Life on Europa. Europa is one of the largest moons of Jupiter, and is considered one of the most promising places in the solar system for the search for extraterrestrial life. Beneath its icy surface lies a vast liquid water ocean that may contain more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. Scientists are interested in Europa because liquid water, chemical nutrients, and possible energy sources may exist beneath the ice. On Earth, life thrives in extreme environments such as deep-sea hydrothermal vents, suggesting that similar ecosystems could potentially exist elsewhere. No evidence of life has yet been found on Europa. However, future missions hope to study the Moon in greater detail and determine whether its hidden ocean possesses conditions suitable for living organisms. If life exists there, it would likely be microscopic rather than large, intelligent creatures. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Also comment your own theories or some other ones that I did not talk about. Thanks for watching.